I love my aunt, but she died. And my uncle too. Then he died. I'm searching for something which can't be found, but I'm hoping. I still dream of Dad, though he died. Everything died. Everything died. Mom got sick, then she died. Though I am quite fit, I will die. Still looking for someone who was around, barely coping. Now I hate myself. Wish I'd die. Everything dies. Everything dies. Everything dies. Everything. God, I miss you. I really miss you. Everything dies. Everything dies. Everything dies. Everything.
All right. Well, had to set the mood there. Oh my God. I mean, it's just a typo negative year.
Boy, it is, isn't it?
Oh my God, it is. Welcome, my brother. How
Cheers,
you doing?
brother. Hey, man, it's good to see you.
It's good to see your face too, man. I've been missing you.
I miss you too, man.
And I've been missing everybody in the fam too, of course.
Right.
Thanks for coming. So grateful that you guys are here. Fuck. Well, you know me, all kinds of shit happening.
Oh yeah.
And so yeah, I did talk to an attorney. Got through a bunch of stuff, blah, blah, blah. We get down to it, getting ready to freaking make a payment. And he's like, well, I don't litigate anymore. And I'm like, wait, what? And he's like, no, I can't go into the courtroom, but, you know, I can steer you in the right direction. I'm like, what the? And that was just talked to him a couple hours ago. Right?
He's not a litigator, brother, but yet he's an attorney.
Right. And so I'm like, there's nobody in the firm that can do it. And he said no. And so I'm like, oh, fuck. So
they're just legal attorneys. They could, they could probably file things for you. But, you know, you're going to have to go into court. So it's like you need a real representation.
Well, you know,
maybe the law itself and your good vocabulary could do the trick.
I should have been a lawyer. I was going to go into it, but as I learned more about it, as we all know, you pretty much sign your
You have
life.
to take the oath. We have to take the oath with the
Yep.
Satan, the suckers of Satan's pecker.
So, and so far, I think that they haven't done anything that can throw out the holographic will yet. I mean, their opinions don't matter as far as that goes, right? And so I still think that I'm fine. And as a matter of fact, I can dismantle their whole fraud very easily.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do that pretty much written, write it out. And then I don't know if it comes down to it.
Well, and you know what? On a personal note, Reg, okay, so these are your family, and these are the people, and most of them, I'm going to assume, are going to be older than you.
They're all older.
Okay, now they all have their own homes, I assume, and they all have their own things in their lives, right? I wonder what it could possibly, by taking you out of there, even if they could, in their minds, it's good enough. You know, let's make this man homeless.
Right.
Okay, and that's family, brother. Okay, so you and I, for the last 3 years, have been doing live streams and doing this, being family to each other and being there for each other during insane times. You know what I mean? And like a lot of my family isn't with me during. You see, it's the same thing, Reg. It's like I think it was Revelation Truth said. Some of the people on YouTube are closer to me. In a comment, she said, are closer to me than my own family.
Oh, 100%. So absolutely, that's playing out.
That was what I was going to get to, though, is that we're on this digital fake. We're in the middle of the CIA or whoever's crazy bullshit, right? The devil system. But we still got together.
Right. Exactly.
We found a way to do it. We gave everybody a blueprint on how you could do that. We did.
Absolutely. If it wasn't for this, if it wasn't for these live streams and stuff, I wouldn't have anybody to talk to.
Right.
Right. I mean,
hey, look, you know, same thing for me. Same thing. Well, not always. You know, I have people, but the thing is, though, is most of my time is in solitude. Even at work, most of it is. I do most of my crafting myself. You know, no one else could do it, so I have to do it alone. And you know, and there you go. And so, and then when I get home, I'm mostly just alone. You know, so it's just the way it is. And so, but I do like to get it together with you guys.
Absolutely. I mean, it's not like I'm not trying or anything, but it's just difficult to find people on the same level. Joey, happy 16th anniversary.
Yep.
Good on you, man.
I was going to mention that 16 years, bro.
Man, that's awesome. Good stuff. And then everybody's wishing him as well. And so, Winmore, what's up? See Rooster Cogburn in the house. Welcome.
Yeah, what's up, Rooster? Cheers, brother.
In the house.
Cheers, Joey. Cheers, Wind War. Anyone else? Loken, I think, is in here, brother.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Monk mode.
Monk's in there. Okay, so Monk's in here. Okay. Good.
Right on. And so, yeah, good. We got a good little start going here. I had to start out, of course, with typo, and it's me singing it.
That's nice.
Well, you know, we'll get that copyright strike if not.
Very, very smart. Yeah, we did a live stream. It was a pretty badass live stream we did, you played the typo songs and they took it.
Right.
Yeah. Right. And that was a good live stream too. Real good. It was for your mom.
It was the very first one, right?
Yeah.
And so, God, if only I mean, I wish I would have had that. I wonder if I can even still find it.
I know, right?
Copyright strike, it should still be on there.
Right.
Never really looked.
My last 5 videos, they copyright strike them, but they let me keep them up because they if I use somebody's video or use apparently those people are saying, nah, let them use it.
Right.
YouTube algorithm. One time a guy, Reg, it was funny. I used his, like 2 years ago, or maybe 3, I used his video, and he was a big channel with like 5 million people. And I used his video for one of mine. I talked over his scene, you know, and it was okay. But I wasn't stealing it. You know, I was just using it for a backdrop. That was all. And they copyrighted it and sent the video to him for his review. He told me, and because he contacted me afterwards, he goes, "Dude, I love that video." I told him, "Fuck off, dude. Let him use it. Let him use it, dude." And he subbed me, and he has like 5 million subs. He still watches, you know.
Right on. That's
So
awesome.
he got it together with me. You see, I use this place, and you do too, to send shockwaves through the internet and through the whole thing, you know. And it works, Reg. People don't think it works, but it does. You know, if a lowly scumbag on the streets could say his prayer to God was, you know, Lord, help the world, save us, save, and he never, you know, he never prayed for himself. He only prayed, and God listened, and he changed the world for that lowly bum. Then I guarantee you what we've been doing has been sending shockwaves.
Oh yeah, we know that. All right. Cheers. Cheers for
Cheers,
sure.
brother. Yes, sir. I was just, you know, it was a long day. I worked like 10 or 12 hours, and I just wanted to suck one down real quick. You know what I mean? So, because
sure.
it's been, yeah, you know, I like to get that first one in me if I'm going to drink 4 or 5 of them and kind of take that one quick and then get another one and kind of nurse it.
Absolutely.
I get slower and slower, you know.
No doubt. No doubt. I've been working on some certain things. Luckily, I've gotten a few drum orders that have been keeping me going. Right. I got one more. And then I got a couple of things coming up that I might be able to go, a couple of art, you know, craft show type things.
Yeah.
And so if I can keep that going, oh, you know.
Dude. Well, you know, guys like you with a lot on your plate, you know.
I'm still going through stuff here too, right? I'm still looking.
Oh, yeah, I know. That was what I was kind of thinking when I said that. Is like, wow, man.
I
Because
still
I
have.
know. But hey, Reg, remember those there was earrings, and you're apparently your mother made them, and you and your mother made them. Wow, dude! If people could see those, Reg.
Yeah.
Do
I
you
might
put
have
them on eBay? Do you do that with them? Because they're beautiful, man.
right. It's like my sister took like the whole rack of them,
Oh,
and so I know. I mean, I was too weak to fight at the moment,
right. I understand.
and I mean, I couldn't put up any type of a fight or anything like that, or even any resistance. I was just like,
So they want to clear you out of anything of value and then take the whole house around you. Wow. Yeah, that's really great.
yeah, I know, right? It's like it's so funny the irony because one of my brothers, I actually saved his very trailer from repo. He was going to let it go back, and I played it, or I mean, I paid it, and I was supposed to stay there for the winter, but he freaking booted me out and turned into a prick. But I mean, he still has that. That's where he lives, you know, and so yeah, I saved his house once. What's he doing to me, right? And so
Why? You know, that's what I'm saying.
it's astonishing to me how that these people could treat, you know.
Well, look, they wouldn't do that to a homeless person they saw, or like some person. All right, say this person lives next to one of your family members that's doing this to you, right? And they don't really know these people too well or whatever, but they come across there and they're like, "I'm going to lose my home. Can you help me with, you know, like I only need $50, and I'm going to be kicked out." And they'd be like, "Well, sure, man. Here's $50, man. We don't want you kicked out. You've been all right." But you screw
Right.
you, bro. Screw you, bro.
Now, my one brother, he sides against me all the time with anybody. It's crazy. And then, well, I asked one of my buddies. One of my buddies was here, stayed here with me for a little bit, and he's always got some type of different insight, right? And so, you know, I literally asked him. I was like, "Hey, man, why did they hate me so much?" Right? He's like, "It's not hate; they're afraid of you." Right? And I was like, what? Wait, what? But it did seem to make sense, right? And the more I thought about it, the more it made sense. Not like, I mean, in mortal danger fear or anything like that.
Right.
It was more like they're afraid of what I represent or, you
Right.
know,
What you have the power to do just naturally, you know, not physically, but what you can do.
right. Maybe it's just
Maybe.
because I'm so much different than them,
Mm,
right? And I figured that out is because I was born in Anchorage in a different mindset and everything like that. And then I figured out another thing about it too, because I've been sitting here reading my mom's old journals and stuff, right? I mean, look, still combing through them. Most of them are just, I mean, there isn't anybody on earth who has handwritten more scripture than my mom. I mean, it's got to be literally notebooks full of it. And then hidden in between them, you'll find log entries and stuff like that. So you literally got to go through everything and scan it.
Well,
And
she did that on purpose.
I'm getting used to being
She
able to
buried
spot.
she buried her truths inside the scriptures.
Right. I'm getting used to be able to spot her own her own thinking amongst the scripture, right? It's getting fairly easy.
That's
But there's
brilliant, actually. Should
right,
probably
all
do
types
that.
of things, man, still going through it. And she's written like different things that have set me on different clues and stuff. And I finally, the other thing I figured out, okay, all those other kids, all my other siblings, they all spent time with both mother and father, in the house. And they were split up by the time my first memories came along, right? So I never had that. And then I thought more about it. Well, of course, he's abusing my mom. He's got to be doing abusing the kids too. There it is. There, they
Mm,
got firsthand abuse from him, and I never did.
mm,
So therein lies another big difference. And so I think that might have a lot to do with it.
right.
Yeah. And so, but also I have to do is time to ponder all this shit.
Right. No, yeah, boy, you're so true. And also another thing, whenever I'm always got time to ponder, and then I did something that people have told me is insane if you want to ponder shit. They're like, be a welder, because you're not only are you there, you're focused on something, and you're in the darkness because the shield comes down and all you can see is one bright light. You can focus on anything you want. So what I do is I think about things when I'm welding, because I've been doing it for 35 years. So I don't listen. I'm not bragging. I'm just saying I can do it with my eyes closed. You know what
Oh,
I mean?
absolutely.
Yeah. So while I'm sitting there, I just get to ponder everything in the world.
Oh yeah. It was that same way when I was out fishing, right? You're sitting back there baiting tubs or something for hours
Yeah.
on end.
And you just know that job. Huh. It's
Right. There's
muscle
always some
memory.
music in
It's
the
muscle
background waiting.
memory by now. It's muscle memory, Reg.
Right.
It's just
Sitting there, think about it. I mean, I've
yeah.
always done that. I've always sat there and thought about things, right? Always, always. And so it doesn't stop, man.
It doesn't stop. And also because they taught me how to play the guitar and the drums when I was a little kid. They didn't even teach me; they just gave them to me, and I taught myself. Right, so
Right.
yeah, every instrument I play, I do that. But no, and so now, and not now even, but even 25 years ago, I was so good at so many of them. So when I sit there, it's like I can ponder things while I'm listening to myself play, and you not think about playing, just sitting. Everything I do is like that. Every single thing I do, so I can sit with myself and my own thoughts, and I'm not scared of myself. And you know what I mean? Whatever thought comes in and whatever I think about, I'm not scared to think about it. I'll go there. I'll go there with myself. And so I got so good at doing that. I said, well, I should share my thoughts with the world. And then I made Jack Torrance.
Absolutely. I mean, when I was first doing the little local TV and stuff that we are doing, mostly comedy and stuff like that, I always had in my mind that I'm going to be adding little messages,
Oh yeah. No,
amongst it.
that's why I can say these things so honestly to you, brother, is because you do the same thing. You went out and publicly spoke your mind, just like I do. Same thing, dude. And you just do it to a stage, on the stage in front of the people. I do it on the stage in front of the people digitally. And so do you. You do that too. So it's like you understand and I understand. That's why this is a bro stream. That's what we'll start calling these. That's the best thing ever, man.
Brostream.
Bro stream, bro. Yeah, man.
Hell yeah.
Hey, through thick and thin, through fights and me being a total douchebag, you still were there for me, brother. I love you, man.
I love you too, brother. You were there for me and my need too, man.
That's right.
I
And
mean,
we've been
no
there
one
for
else
each
was.
other. We always bolster each other. We try to do it once a week.
100%, man. It's like I need these things too, right? And when I miss them, it's like it's tough. I can feel it, right?
Nah, me too. Bro, if we don't go on, it's like, and if you don't do your Saturday stream and I don't do a Jack stream, I feel like somehow that is not right. We should do that for our brothers and sisters that, they want that connection with us and we want that connection with them. And I don't feel right when I don't do them. So I'm probably going to go ahead and go live on Sunday and make sure I always do.
Nice.
You know, yeah,
No,
I can't
that's
do
awesome.
that. Yeah, we can't do that to people, brother. I can't do that to myself. You know,
Well, I've been busy on Saturdays lately, so
I know. When we can't do them, I understand, because like sometimes I have stuff I have to do on Sunday. I'm working or whatever, and I can't do it. But when, and I don't feel bad about that because I had to do it. You know, the donkey was in the oxen was in the fucking ditch. I had to get him out of there. You know what I'm saying? So there
yeah, I
you go.
wasn't sure about today either because I knew I was gonna be the attorney dude was gonna be calling, right? And I was
Yeah,
like, they're going, God, this is my
I was hoping you would get to go live though.
and sure enough, you know, he hits me up right before.
Hey, do you know who that person was in your Jack stream that you did that watched the whole stream? It was me, brother.
Oh, the what?
You said the
the
anonymous.
lurker?
You said the lurker, the anonymous who never said a word. I just sit and listen to your Jack stream. I felt like if Jack came in and made one comment on your Jack stream, that wouldn't be right. So I
That
couldn't
was
do
so
it.
much different than the first one, though. I mean, it was 100% 180 degree, right? Like I
Yeah,
said,
totally was different.
I'm not gonna cry, right? And
No, right? No, listen, we are just going to Jack stream is just a puke of information, a puke of whatever you like, you, and then that's what it is. Only one time did I ever go into the comments and really do a Jack stream with the people, and I left that one up. But most of the time, Jack just says so that's what you have to kind of do. You don't really want to get too much data from other people because you're on a Jack stream. You're puking whatever it was in your mind you had to get out. You had to do a Jack stream, so you have to just let it out and purge yourself of whatever toxins were in your mind. Just like you always do with your body, I also like to do that with my mind. Let it out and just do it publicly and ask God to forgive you and repent. And all of that right in a Jack stream, dude.
absolutely speak it right out of you. And man, I was sitting there, I was watching because I downloaded the first one I did, and every time I start watching that, man, wheels start churning away, right? And I'm just like,
man. There was so much information in your Jack stream, dude. It was insane. Oh my God. Like my Jack stream's the same way. And I've seen another couple of people do them, Jack streams. I'll send you links. But they got erased too. Maybe they might not be. You know what I mean? Jack streams, whenever you do them properly, wow, dude, they might get erased.
yeah, for sure. I'm like, I've got it downloaded. I'm starting to try to break it up. And then I've been trying to grab a couple other ones in there. They just take up so much room and it takes a bit of time. Like the one that I'm trying to get, I have to screen record it. So you got to sit there and go through, I mean, minute per minute, right? And I'm just like,
yes.
But
I've
got like 2 chunks of it now.
Hey, did you see? I don't know if you saw him, but Kristen did Slow Boy did a couple of edits on portions of my Jack streams. She recorded like 15 minutes of a Jack stream, and then she would take and put everything.
I saw that one. She put all the little.
Wow, dude! You know how long that takes to edit that much?
Oh,
stuff?
no doubt, I do.
I know you do. I don't, because I just go straight ballistic. I don't even. There's no breaks. That's what's so great about Jack videos and streams. I don't edit them. They are what they are.
But I saw that one. It was amazing. I watched the whole thing.
Yes, no, how much more powerful it is to have the visuals with it.
Yep, exactly.
Well, and then she started doing that, and then now a bunch of people have started doing that. Somebody showed me a Facebook place for Jack videos with thousands of views. I didn't even know that.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So they're starting to do that. Though this ethos that I was talking about, which is love your brother and be, what are we doing, guys? We're tearing our own place apart. They're using us as the people to do it. You wonder why these things are happening, right? All the Jack crap, all that stuff that I puke out all the time. Well, it's starting to be spread, Reg. It's starting to be, oh man.
Yeah,
that kind of, it might save people, brother. That the thoughts on those Jacks and all that, because that's Jack. You know what I mean? It's not. I talk to you, and it's me, But Jack, he's a fucking jerk, dude.
I know. This is why I make up personas, right?
Well, Jack is just me if I didn't give a fuck. You know what I mean? So I named him that. I named him Jack Torrance because the dude is unhinged. He might even attack his own family. He doesn't give a fuck. He is an axe murderer. So I named him Jack. I thought that was the
Right.
most brutal motherfucker on the earth.
Yeah.
Was Jack Torrance. So that's what I named myself. And just for a handle, because it was me on 11, you know? And so you just stayed Reg. You're always Reg. You might go to 11. You might go down to 2. You never know, you know?
Well, I've made up so many different characters so far in my life that it's like
You got more characters in one of your videos than I had. Yeah, you do.
it's like I don't even know who my real guy is anymore, right?
Don't even
It's
know who
almost
we
that
are
way.
anymore. Who's the altar? Well, who are we? Who's the base person? There's all these altars everywhere, but where is the base person? They clone Tyrone, you know.
That happens to me. I mean, it happened with Joe Border. I was like, I couldn't kick being him, right? It was
Right,
like I
right.
was stuck in that loop for a while.
And I watched those because you had like, dude, remember our original channels? We had like 1,000 videos on them, dude.
Yeah.
I wish
Well,
people
that's where
could. There's OGs that remember all that, but I wish people that are coming in knew how deep and how far we went with all this shit, bro.
I know, right? At least we got to do it though. You
We
know?
did, but we could. Hey, with the algos and everything being the way they are now, that's just a thing of the past, brother.
Yeah.
We've been
Absolutely.
banned off everything. You even got banned off Google. So it's like, dude, come on, man. I've been banned off every single platform except YouTube. And I had to make through. This is a 3 deep account that I'm on with the Doc Holiday channel. It's 3 deep. It's 3 layers deep to get away from it.
I know. I gotta admit though, man, after this, that's probably gonna be it, right?
Oh, me too. If they find Doc and erase him, I'm done. I'll be an echo in time.
Yeah. It's like it's come. I mean, just like remember how I started the Jack stream. Time's coming to a close, right? We're not gonna
Yeah,
be
that's
able
why
to
we
do this
did it.
forever.
You and I agreed on that, and and that's why Jackstream came to be and all that. We agreed it's the time. We have to tell everyone it's time. It's time. Because remember we said because everybody was asking us. Remember my comment sections that had like 100,000 comments, and because everybody was in there just talking to each other, and me and you would tell people we get on threads and shit and tell people because they would always ask, well, when is this going to happen? This is before COVID. This is before George Floyd. All of that, and because we were saying that it's going to happen, guys. They're going to do some hoax or psyop to get everybody divided, and then they'll set it up and they'll get everybody jabbed up. Remember, we were saying that in our comments sections, and so then the people would ask us, when is this going to happen? When is that going to happen? We're like,
Right.
this is going to happen this year. You're going to see it go this summer. Watch. This is it, guys. And they launched it all and did it all. And then they erased it for the proof that we did that, dude. You see how they erased us off? You had over 1.3 million views on your
It was
channel.
like
And
I was just over 1.1.
I had 600,000 views.
Yeah.
And that was only up for like a year.
That was them giving us the low counts and all that too, right? Because once we started popping,
can you imagine how many millions of people actually saw all that shit?
It's I know, right? It's just kind of sad, but you know what?
But no, I think we changed everything right there. I think that people wouldn't believe it, but like a strike like that, so pure and so hard, it has to be felt. It's of God, so it's not something that you could stop. It's not something an algorithm can just erase. People felt that shit and it changed their hearts. And you see, I believe that, Reg. I do. I really do.
No doubt about it. I mean, definitely. We inspired each other. It goes full circle.
I didn't start making videos till you did the Sam Tripoli thing.
Right.
I did not. Hey, I only
mostly.
I started making videos because you did that, and then I also saw Donald Trump say, "Blacks built this country" at the State of the Union address. And when he said that, he said that, and I started making videos that night. I started making because you with the Sam Tripoli, whenever he said, "Stop right there," and he pointed his arm over, and there was a First Amendment tattoo. He had a tattoo First Amendment, and he said, "Stop right there. Stop talking." And I said, "Okay, that's it. I'm making videos." This dude was on here telling the truth, and that dude. Oh my goodness, it was a great.
The last bit I saw of him, he was all, "Oh, you got to strengthen yourself, strengthen your immune system and stuff."
What? He even stole that. Oh, Red.
We got to start strengthening ourselves.
Strengthen your immune system. You
Right,
know,
but
Reg,
I mean,
it's funny. It's
basically
funny
my
because,
tagline. You know.
yeah, we bring up all these things, all these
No, I
conspiracies.
think he said mostly. I think it was like I think he said spiritually or something like that.
Whatever. You know what I'm saying? Here's what I'm saying, Reg. I think that Sam watches your videos and by proxy watches my videos. He has to because we think so much. Okay, so he's seeing the ethos we're putting out there. And you know, he comes up with all these new conspiracies to talk about on his channel. And I think he's just watching your stuff and copying you, bro. And he puts his devil twist on it, though. He puts his Jewish twist on it. Yeah. I'm telling you, bro, don't think for a
Right,
second.
just
Guys
like
like
a
him,
comedy
listen,
rewriter,
you
right?
know how it is. Guys that are leeches that don't have any real thought process on their own, and okay, but they got a couple of kids, and now they got money problems if they don't do it. So they're looking everywhere they can to find somebody to find some material from, somebody to get some ideas from, because I have no real ideas of my own. This is Sam talking, and I have to leech on to whatever I have next to me. What do I see? And he goes out and he does the things he does just so he can leech off society, man. Come on, man.
It's just like you see comedians that do rewrites, right? The jokes that funny jokes they've heard, or and
Right,
then they
right.
rewrite it
Kind of
into
make it their own, yeah.
right to fit a situation or whatever. Rewrites, yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
They call. Oh, I was doing an homage.
An homage.
Yeah, yeah, I was homaging you.
Yeah. Well,
Uh,
in that bit that you did where you said you had to suck Satan's Peter to get ahead in this world, you also said something pretty good. You said, Sam and people like him think they're so great, but they're not so great. They just think they're so great. And it made me think in my head, yeah. And so whenever you, as Reg, think, dang, I'm going to get on this guy's podcast and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And because he's got hundreds of thousands of subs at that time. And then as soon as you went on there and did the JWO bit and the whole 9 yards, and dude, and he acted like he was so fucking pissed, but look, he's made that his whole shtick from there on out.
yeah, it was
He's
like I said,
the soul sucker, man. He's a
when I went down there, like I just went down to meet him. I figured that they were like totally into it. I just wanted to be add into it. I didn't want to,
yeah, because he was playing it like
get
he
in
was
there.
real.
Right, right. And so I figured, that's the way it was, and I just wanted to go in there and expose a few truths, right?
Well, you
I wanted
figure
to be a
that,
good
okay,
guest.
so you told me before, you said, dude, totally, I thought that he was legit at that point of the podcast. You said, I thought, surely he knows everything, he knows the setup. And then whenever you started with your stuff, what you're thinking of is the NWO is actually the JWO. Okay, so, and then you exposed him right there. So you saw it for your own self that these people are fucking grifters, dude.
Well, my main thing for doing it too was actually to try to get in my foot into the Comedy Store
Of
during my
course.
show,
You were
right?
trying to be a comedian, but
Right.
you saw these are people, they're trying to act like that they're not sucking Satan's pecker, but they actually are. No matter where I go. I remember you telling me, no matter where you look, bro, you're going to see the demons. No matter where you look. It doesn't make any difference. That was 3 years ago.
Well, I knew I wasn't going to be able to like just pop in and be a comedian right away. That's why I brought the whole idea for the new show, right? And
Well, that's
yeah,
why they
right.
make the fake hierarchy that it doesn't matter where you come from, you got to stand in line like the rest of them. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter how much you ground it out on stage and how funny you are. You have to stand in line. That's a fake hierarchy. If you're really fucking funny, put them in front of a full
Well, that's what
auditorium of people.
that's what the Mitzi used to do, right? And then after she passed away, that whole thing was no longer, right?
Mm,
And so, but I had the new show thing, the new show idea, right? I knew
right.
that that was different because who can come up with the shit? And I'm an expert with the tourists, right? It's a tourist show, and I knew I could sell that if I just got to the right person. And I figured that I'd be able to get that door open if I went on, some of these podcasts that I knew were there, right? And
Well, of
so,
course. Look,
yeah, with
man,
the
you got
whole,
to try. Yeah, you were doing the right thing. If you wanted to you thought you were going to get the truth out, but all they were doing, they only want to hit a certain threshold. They never want to name the people. They only want to just dance around the shit. They never want to say straight up, it's the tribe, dude. It has to be. They made the money systems that we all fucking are debt slaves to. You know, you were just saying that, and the motherfucker cut you off. That had to be an
Yeah.
eye-opening experience, dude. It
Yeah, it
was
was. It
because
was
they
definitely.
created Jack Torrance's channel.
I was all like shell shocked after I like rolling out there, like, what the fuck?
I thought we was in this shit together, brother. Shit. Yeah,
No
I know
big
what you
deal.
mean, dude. Yeah. That
No big
sucks,
deal.
man. But you know what, dude? I think it made it better because now we know each other, and I like you more than Sam ever would have. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? And you
Oh
gained
yeah.
you gained someone else, and then all the other people that are participating in our streams and our come on, man. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And so, yeah, I got a few things on the Instagram page that's probably worth checking
Oh
out.
yeah. I love this part. This is my
But
favorite part.
what's going on there in Arkansas? Is there anything happening there? There's,
Okay,
you know,
I always tell everybody that this state sits on the 33rd parallel. The bottom line of this state is 33. No fires will happen here, no riots, no looting, nothing
yeah,
is gonna. That's why
I
I
think the
live
same
where
thing
I live.
about here.
Trust me, this is a brotherhood state. I live where they'll stay safe because nobody knows about Arkansas. They think it's just bullshit.
Right. That's why I've always said about Alaska, right? They don't give a fuck. There's only 700,000 people here.
Right.
They don't give one flying fuck. The only
They
reason
don't
why they do
care.
is because all the minerals and shit are here, right? And
Yes.
so
Hey, I
all the
sit on a state with
resources.
more natural gas and oil than probably Texas.
Oh, absolutely. This place has got, I mean, we got it all, right? And
We got it all. We even have diamonds here.
but they have taken and tied it all up in so many legalities that nobody can get at them, right?
Doesn't matter. Whenever the shit hits the fan, your ass is gonna be planted in the perfect spot, and so is mine.
Yeah, for sure. I think so. But it's gonna be tough because when they cut off the food barge, you
This
know,
is true, brother.
yeah.
That's why I stay around the farmers and know them and all that. You're right. But you know what? You know you've been, you know how to plant and you know how to do things. But you know, Reg, I was thinking.
The weather has been such shit up here, though.
Everybody wants us to steal ourselves in this physical matrix reality. Everyone says in this false place, they always say, get ready for everything physically, do it, get stuff for your body, get stuff for your food and mouth and all that, right? And I'm saying steal your fucking spirit and your mind against what's about to happen also. Don't forget to do that. In the desolation of isolation, we need our mind to be strong and spirit of God inside of us so that we could go against anything.
So we got looks like Devin's back in with his try and always thing, and he's getting lazy. He's just cut and pasting his fucking copy and pasting his lame-o comments, right? Fucking hilarious, right? I mean,
Yeah.
he's like, well, here we go, blah, 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 blah. What the fuck are you listening for, you fucking freak show? Fuck.
Heck,
Nobody's
yeah.
forcing you to fucking sit here and listen. Oh my God, that's the whole funny thing, right? Isn't it? I mean,
Well, everybody knows. Everybody that's going to see this or hear about it already knows.
here he is, right here. Here we go again. This Jack guy, like he doesn't know you, right?
Right.
Constantly stroking his own pencil every single string. Sam Tripoli, blah, blah, blah. Jack the greatest, blah, blah, blah. Now, hey, fuck you, Devin. It's Reg. I'm the greatest, right?
Right. And we already equated that. Jack streams came from Reg. If Reg wouldn't have done what he did, I would have never made a video.
Oh, fuck. I just think it's funny when these, fucking come on and just sit there and complain when they could just change the
Listen,
channel.
because we offered for him to come on with me live, you see, because I was calling him out because I knew he wasn't real. I knew he didn't really have the courage of his convictions, and he proved that he didn't. He went from liking us and coming on with me and you to totally being fake and being a troll.
Speaking of fake, let's check this one out real quick. And this is this is some good shit, man. You got to see this.
Oh, I love trolls, bro.
This is India. Remember, India went to the moon. Here they are going to the moon. Check it out.
All right.
Is being brought down from 800 meters, and we are nearing and approaching the lunar surface.
Oh, look at that!
Currently, only 2 engines are now being fired. and we are nearly at
And that's
zero
my death.
velocity, vertical and horizontal. We were hovering, and now we are approaching the moon's surface.
Man, Atari video game was better than that.
Right.
We can
I
see
was
the
thinking
Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi ji,
Hey, look, he's all,
who is here to encourage us, and he is
courageous.
critically looking at the visuals.
The commentary is gold.
Oh God! But I'm gonna kill the sound.
जी हाँ, आप अपनी स्क्रीन पे देख सकते
Okay, basically what they're trying to say is, yeah, this isn't supposedly the footage. This is just their computer representation of the lander, you know, and all that shit, right? And here they all get up, just like NASA. They all, oh fuck, man! I mean,
Oh, you know how
it only
compartment.
cost them a few billion, you know. That's
That was all it was about. You see, they were just praising that guy. That was all it was
Yeah.
about.
The Prime Minister. But yeah, hilarious stuff. Thought I'd throw that one out there real quick because I mean, speaking of fake, oh my God! But yeah, there's some more things we're checking out. We're gonna roll into here,
Oh yeah, dude.
and let's see. Well, I'm gonna check out these last few comments here real quick. Art Stanton, I've been considering going on my own live stream. Could do that, but I think it
Yeah.
would be permitted to stay up for about 15 minutes, maybe. Yeah. But you know, when you first start out, they're not watching you, right? And you can do
That's
these.
true. You can kind of go. Yeah, you're right.
You can. Once you finally get on their radar, then you know you got to watch out. But at first, you do what the ever, man.
Oh
No
yeah,
worries.
dude.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so, for sure, this is why we like to try to keep the
We
subscriber
know what
count
to
down.
say. By now, we know what to say.
But by now, they're already onto us, right?
Oh well, they always are. But I think they let
know,
this go out for revelation of the method.
Those
purposes.
motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so let's see. Let's see what else I got going on here. A couple of things. Sometimes I save things that are just for, like, you know, my own reference. And so rather than go through them on the screen, I'm kicking through them right here. Now look at this one. I don't know if you've ever seen this. This is freaking trippy.
Michael Jackson.
Okay. This guy. This is Michael, King of Disguises. Look at this. Is this real?
To meet me.
How old were you at the time?
I was about 7 years old at the time.
And were you in the hospital?
I was not in the hospital at the time. I was in interim back and forth.
It's funny, huh? No,
Yeah.
it's supposedly Michael Jackson, right?
Yeah, I've watched stuff on that guy. Yeah.
I think it's pretty funny.
Well, you know, I mean, hey, that's probably what Michael probably really does look like.
Right after fucking all those surgeries and
Yeah,
stuff.
and
It's
yeah,
just
the whole
melted
thing
off.
was just it was the bet, like you said with Biden. It's a mask, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
A mask. Yeah.
Michael Jackson was the mask. That guy was the truth of what he had done to himself after he got burned up in the Pepsi commercial and he had to do
Wouldn't that
plastic
be
surgery.
just fucking horrifying, man? You just got such an addiction to plastic surgery, your face falls off.
Well, and I could totally see that, man, because they started looking like weird fucks. Remember, like whenever this lady had 70 surgeries and she looked like a cat. Remember the cat woman?
Right. Oh, dude,
Yeah.
those over surgery fuckers are freaky as hell, and they
Yeah,
think
it takes
they're
on
good.
many different manifestations, Yeah.
Oh, I was down there in Ketchikan. They had that chloramine going on, man. Fucking my face was fucking rotting off too, right?
Right.
It was. Everything was rotting off. Fucking, it was bad, and so there can be other things contributing factors and whatnot.
Sure.
But here we go. Here's a good one. This is a health one here. More about frequency and vibration that we're always talking about. This is something I've never seen before. And this is freaking, the singing bowls. This is one you stand in. And now here you go. You stand in it there, and then you hit it. He's gonna hit it here, and then that's gonna the frequency. Huh? Now I want one. Hey, you see that?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, huh?
Well, you know, Reg, you taught me that technique. The one where you put your head back a little bit and you let your teeth fall on themselves and you go,
Yeah, you do your own.
and that breaks all the shit loose in your pineal gland, right? I imagine that does it for your whole body.
Right. Absolutely. For sure. Definitely get the frequency going through, vibration going through your whole body, for sure.
Right. And that's why I tell people to listen to my voice through real good speakers or whatever, so they can get the pitch. Even good earphones will do it, but because I speak in those tones, I do it for that purpose.
Absolutely.
I do it for that purpose, troll, that we have in our comment section. I'm trying to kill everybody, troll. What are you doing? Making crass comments on me and my brother's stream?
His comment is, to this Jack guy, is it even possible to reinvent yourself and talk something different next live stream, maybe?
No, I'm trying to get through an ethos. Do you know what that means? That I'm trying to put forth something that people will always remember whenever this shit falls to the side and it's gone. And there's nobody that has anything left, and you can't read anything, and you can't see anything, and it's rubble. But you'll always remember that this guy had this thing that he was talking about, where you would believe in yourself. You have no idea, little boy. You can't fuck with me, son.
Oh my God. Shadow, you've outdone yourself. Oh my God. This is probably the best one you've done yet. Erection killer. Gonna whack you off.
Whack you off.
Oh my God, that's gold. You're gonna be whacking a flaccid one, man. Way to go, Shadow. No doubt. Thank you. I needed that laugh. How you doing, brother? Come on.
Good, thanks.
Right on. Right
I'm
on.
good.
Cheers, brother.
Good to see you. Good to see you. Freaking. So how's things going in Australia, man?
Okay.
Just
Okay.
okay.
Good.
Yeah.
It's cold as hell here, man. We're about ready. The leaves are turning now. I mean,
Yeah.
it's going to be quick to winter. I can already tell. This is. I'm just like, right?
Yeah.
Our weather keeps changing throughout the day.
Yeah, that's the way it is here too, right? We get rain, then a little bit of sun, then cloudy.
It was 95 degrees here.
Holy fuck!
No,
Man,
it felt nice and cool.
I think the highest we even got here was like 76 or 8 or something like that. I don't even.
It has been like 110 for the last like 7 or 8 days. So 95 felt really good.
Man, that's crazy. I forgot what that was all about. It's been so long, right? It's been since I've been in Texas.
People who don't know, yeah. It's very striking when people come from different places here to the South.
Right on. Oh, here's a good one. This was from the remake, Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
What
and
year?
The dialogue is really good. Listen to it.
Okay.
Pink flower, honey. It could be toxic. Look it, I have seen these flowers all over. They're growing like parasites on other plants. All of a sudden, where are they coming from? Outer space?
I'm not coming from outer space.
Why not, Jack?
I'm not coming from outer space.
Why?
Well, what are you talking about? A space flower?
Well, why not a space flower? Why do we always expect metal ships?
I've never expected metal ships.
Look, there's bound to be other ways they can get into our systems. That's right. They could be getting into us through touch or through their fragrance. We would never even notice it, not from the impurities that we have. I mean, we eat junk and we breathe junk. Look, I don't know where they're coming from, but I know I feel as though I've been poisoned today. We've got to take those flowers in and have them analyzed. This is the only thing we know. There's something here. Now, they can start getting into our systems, screwing up our genes like DNA, recombining us, changing us. Of course, this is just the same way those rocket ships landed thousands of years ago, so those spacemen could mate with monkeys' apes and create the human race. It's happening now.
Well, they're exposing some truth there, and then they have to go over the deep end, right?
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, make sure
they have to make it woke.
Yeah, make sure that. Oh, actually, it's just a nut job talking, right? But no, she was hitting onto it, right? the
Oh,
talk.
she was hitting it.
Yeah. And so, well, whoever wrote the screenplay was hitting it. That lady always plays the crazy lady too, man.
Right.
And she's good at it. She's a fucking good crazy lady. Fucking freaky. Oh, let's see. Okay. This is a kind of trippy one. Now, I grabbed this one because of, the whole frequency and vibration thing. And I don't know if you saw this one, but I liked it. And I thought it's, something cool. It's not doom and gloom,
Right.
Yeah. And so it's people playing music for animals and them reacting, right? And
Right.
so there's this guy playing the sax for a beluga whale inside a tank. And
Okay.
so, I mean, look at the beluga whale. Watch, its head will start to vibrate too, right? That's where their whole brain, and that's where the ultrasonics of their whole guidance system is, right in the melon, they call it, in the beluga whale, right? So here we go. I mean,
He went note for note with him.
you could see it. The whole head was just
Yeah, he went
wiggling
note for
away.
note. Well, he's feeling everything, he's feeling it right through there. The vibrations are hitting him.
Absolutely. What did you think of that, Shadow? No? Yay? No?
He didn't think of it.
He's thinking. Oh, shit. But we're going to, there's more to this page. There's a bunch of people doing it for different types of animals. And you can see all of them are reacting, right? And so I thought it was pretty interesting. I've never seen, people do
Now
this.
I hadn't seen that before, but it makes perfect sense.
Yeah. And there's like at least 6, 7, 8 more. And so you'll see it here. Let's roll on them. This was more funny. It's like this British dude.
Well, sheep.
It's kind of funny, but the next ones are a little bit better. Oh, this is a good doggy. This is a good doggy.
He's feeling it.
Motherfuckers are running to him. That's funny, man.
We used to be royal.
Okay, they always put a fake in there. This one's a fake. You're going
Yeah,
to
you
see
see the
it for a
shit.
second. It's picking at food there, right there on the black key. There's a red spot.
I saw it.
It's actually plucking at food, and they're big. Yeah, so they always put a fake one in there, but you know, whatever.
Still pretty cool.
Oh, here we go. Feel like I'm in an elevator. Okay, this is the last one. Okay, I'm almost expecting freaking lion to jump down out of the trees. But no, what do you think? But pretty interesting. These animals reacting to this music. I thought it was a trip.
Yeah, they have better hearing in many cases than we do. So,
Absolutely. I thought it was interesting. I figured I'd throw it out there.
Well, it seems like the ones that have a better response to the music and a higher end response are the ones you're not eating.
Right. The ones we're not eating.
Right.
I'm not
going to eat a whale, bro.
Oh God, I've tried it once.
Nah. I've been told by fishermen, don't.
No, it's
oily mess.
So good. No, yeah. I almost puked.
Yeah. I've been told.
Oh my God. The meat part wasn't bad, but the blubbery shit. Oh my God.
I can't even imagine.
Dude. All I could do to keep from fucking hurling, right?
Gagging, bro. Gag.
It was nasty. But right on. Okay, this one I found interesting too, because of the whole cold exposure thing, right? And this is what goes down over, and I think it's Denmark. Scandinavians, right? They put the babies out to sleep in the cold. I mean, they wrap them up, but they put them in the cold air. And so here we go.
Put our babies outside to sleep in the prom. Still do that in Denmark. So do
you really?
Yeah, we do.
Babies are taken out in the cold?
In the snow, in frosty rain, everything. My two boys have been sleeping out in winter because it's like very good for them, and they get a better immune system and get resilient to the cold, so they will have less cold. I have heard people coming from the US saying Danes are crazy. They put their babies outside in proms and leave them there, and then they go inside and drink coffee on the cafe. In Scandinavia,
There you go.
That's the truth.
Yep. Cold exposure right there. And they're not really cold, but they're in the nice, fresh, cold air, breathing it in, outside, boom, attuned to earth, grounding, even still, I'm sure. So,
Sun gazing, grounding, cold immunity, heat. I do heat too.
I can't sleep when it's too hot. So
What I'm saying is I like the heat part too. And I've lived in cold, and I already built my immune system up to extreme cold up in Indiana up north, buddy. Not as extreme as Alaska, but still pretty fucking extreme. Man.
Yeah, man. It's like, it's been so cold up here average lately. It's just fucking starting to bum me out.
We would go negative a lot, you know, but you go way deep into the negative.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't gotten into that cold water because it's summertime. But I mean, last time I got in the water down here was so warm. I was like, what the fuck am I even doing here?
Right.
It wasn't even cold. And so I'm like, I think it might be cooled down by now, though, a bit to get back in it. And so.
Yeah, I know you like to shock the hell out of yourself. The most I do is just take extremely cold showers.
Well, I remember seeing that video where they say, you know, you just put your face in the ice bucket. And I keep forgetting that.
I do that. What I do is I have this big, huge Pyrex bowl that she mixes cake shit in, you know, like a big one. And I just fill it with ice and fill it with water. And then just, oh my goodness, just my face. I put as much as my head as I can fit, you know. And I just keep doing it, Reg. I keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it. And I don't even I stick my elbows in, my hands in too. Yeah.
The guy said you put your face in it like that, and it will literally reach the other parts of your body.
Oh, I didn't know that. Face. Really? Just through your face?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to have to find that video again. I think after we're done rolling through it, I'll pull it back up.
Cool. Because I didn't know that. You know, but they say, Reg, and I don't know this, I think it's true because I try it all the time. You can touch parts of your hand and it'll affect different parts of your body. And you can touch
it's like the reflexology of the feet.
Yeah, and so I always do practice that. I always rub these pieces, you know, just where I think that it's helping the other. And it kind of does. You know, I think it does because I'm 50 years old almost, and, you know, I'm still going hard as fuck.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I haven't slowed down much. Well, I mean,
I think I
broke my ribs, man. That really fucked me up, right?
Yes.
And so that really hurt. I mean, it hits me mentally too. Anytime I'm injured, I get this feeling I'm just a fucking gimp. Right? I'm just a useless invalid now. And yeah, I shouldn't feel that way, but
you shouldn't feel that way because I think we heal ourselves, like you always said. Your body will heal itself. It just takes more time if you're nutrient deficient. And whenever it does happen, well, then you have to find out why it didn't heal itself fast and then replenish yourself. And
yeah, I've
listened to you,
right? That's why it took me a long time to heal too, right? I was just like, because I mean, middle of the winter, here totally solo. Couldn't even get a ride to the fucking hospital if I wanted one, right?
Right. No, you have to stock up.
No, it was like tough for me to get through that. Yeah. There was like times where I was like, fuck, man. Hopefully I won't wake up. No, I'm not that lucky. I ain't that lucky.
Remember how we started the stream out? Everything dies, man.
Yeah, fuck yeah. I mean, looking forward to it. Here's the ice bucket video. Let's check it out.
The easiest way to do real ice therapy isn't actually a cold shower, although that helps. And we've probably both talked about cold showers, hit your face, hit your chest for a minute. The cheapest and easiest way to get that, at least to get many of the benefits, is a salad bowl. And you take a salad bowl as big as your face, you put some water in it and freeze it overnight. The next day, when you want ice therapy, pour some cold water in there, let the ice chill it, take a deep breath, and then forward and stick your face in the water as long as you can, which is probably going to be about 8 to 10 seconds before you get a cold headache. And then you go, that sucked. And you do it a couple more times. And then the next day you do it again. And now you didn't spend any money on ice, but since most of your temperature receptors, or at least the densest ones, are on your face, and you get your vagus nerve that way, you actually get really strong biological benefits, and it didn't cost you anything. And you do this every night, and magically your sleep improves, your nervous system gets stronger.
Wow. So you can actually like acclimate to colder temperatures by
the easiest way to do real ice therapy.
Okay, it's going to mention what it is here. I'll try to pause it and so we can read the text. Talking about the receptors.
An easiest way to get that, at least to get many of the benefits, is a salad bowl. And you take a salad bowl as big as your face, you put some water in it and freeze it overnight. The next day, when you want ice therapy, pour some cold water in there, let the ice chill it, take a deep breath, and then forward and stick your face in the water as long as you can, which is probably going to be about 8 to 10 seconds before you get a cold headache. And then you go, that sucked. And you do it a couple more times. And then the next day you do it again. And now you didn't spend any money on ice, but since most of your temperature receptors, or at least the
temperature receptors, the densest ones are on your face.
Densest ones are on your face, and you get your vagus nerve.
Your vagus nerve, not like
Vegas.
Las Vegas. VAGUS.
Vegas.
Vegas.
I
Yeah.
didn't know any of this.
Yeah, I mean, I've been doing the cold.
But no, I do. You know what started? You know why I started dipping my head in the cold water? Believe it or not, the movie The Departed. The police chief, the guy in charge of everything, he always would dip his head in water and just in front of the guys. And I said, why is he doing that? There must be some reason why. And then he didn't die at the end, and he got away with everything. And I was like, I'm gonna start doing that. That's how stupid I was back 20 years ago. Yeah,
I've seen other movies and stuff like that where they're doing the same type of thing, right? And
yeah, it just made me think I should probably do that. And I tried it, and it's really helped me in my life. But I didn't know all that shit.
I started doing it there for a while, a few years ago, back before my mom passed, stuff like that, right? And I fell out of everything after that. But I mean, the thing, I was being able to keep my face in there quite a while, and I was sitting there thinking, man, if I just got like a straw or a snorkel or something like that, so I could breathe, because I kept having to turn so I could breathe out of the side of my mouth, right? So I'm like, man, what I need is a snorkel, and I can freaking sit there and just keep my face in it, right?
Put a straw in.
Yeah, a straw, definitely.
I don't think that's necessary. I just go until I can't breathe anymore, and then I just gum up and take a breath. There's no reason to stay submerged, because I'll take one big breath and right back I go. I don't think it resets it. I think you just keep doing it as long as you can.
Yeah,
and I remember when I first started doing it, like a long time ago, and I did get headaches because, dude, it was like, dang, not very bad, because, I thought I should do it as long as I thought I needed to, Yeah. But, anymore, I only do it like every 3 or 4 days.
Right. I got to write notes to myself now so I can keep to remembering and start doing some of this stuff again, getting back on it, and some of this newer stuff. And I've only used that facial skin brush a couple times, and I got to get back to, figuring that one out and shit too. But Arch has got a comment. He says, hey, y'all, I used to get acupuncture in my hands and feet, and it actually helped me stay off heroin for a while. This September makes 16 years since I shot dope. Awesome. Good job. Good job.
Acupuncture, an old timer told me, he said, you know why you always stay in good shape and you can always do whatever? And I was like, why? He's like, because you cut your hands with that metal in you, and stuff punctures your hands. And he's like, and you're bleeding for it. I didn't know what he meant at that time, but because I was young. But he's like, every time, it's all day, it's always happening to you everywhere. When you're working this metal and splinters and metal splinters. Now that shit will hurt and cuts from big shit. And so you're like, wow. And that happens to me all the time. I bleed every single day for my shit. I bleed every day. So I think there's something to Arch's thing, because some people are not doing the work I do. So to your hand.
Oh shit, lost you there for a second, but you're back.
Acupuncture, that's good. I like his statement. That makes me think. I love that shit.
Acupuncture, now that's on the pressure points, stuff like that. You can do the same thing with.
I think you could
pressure.
Yeah, I think you could just do it with pressure.
See, the whole thing for me is something that I brought up a long time ago, and I've told you guys about this a long time ago. is that the skin, the largest organ of the body, right? I made a deal with my body. I said I will not voluntarily puncture the integrity of my skin in any way, shape, or form. And so in return, you'll give me abundant health. And that's basically what's been happening. And so that's the only reason why I wouldn't do any acupuncture or I wouldn't do any intravenous needles or anything like that.
Oh, no way, no way, no way.
I don't do.
I never thought of acupuncture though, because
anything.
I already get punctured, you know, accidentally by getting cut.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
so I don't need to actually.
You're not. Yeah, you're not doing it on purpose. Because the thing about it is your mind. I mean, you're gonna see it. Your brain's gonna know. Your body's gonna know, and your body is gonna know what you're doing to it. Right.
Right.
So, the sole secret to longevity and health is to improve the dwelling place, and by that they mean your body, not your house. Right. Body's the dwelling place for the soul.
Right.
And so that's what they mean by that. And if you can,
the temple of God,
can continually take good care of your temple, then you know you're going to be much better off than if you didn't.
And when people ask me and they're like, well, man, what's up with your temple? And I'm like, why do you have tattoos? And I'm like, I'm adorning my temple. Just, you know,
Yeah, I mean, everybody's got their own beliefs. I'm not trying to preach to anybody. I'm not trying to tell anybody what to do. Do your own thing, right? I'm doing my own thing. This is just the way I am, you know.
It's a cope. And for me, it's a cope. It's like I did get tattoos when I was younger, you know, but they all meant something to me. But I did let metal pierce me, you know, but it left an indelible mark. So, and they meant something. So it's like the movie Memento, where the guy tattoos himself because he has no memory from day.
Right.
So he just fucking does it on himself. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's me. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Arch is saying, of course, the tribe just had to ruin the whole thing by putting that movie in the Sheriff Buster in the remake. Oh, you're talking about Walking Tall. Oh, yeah. Right on. That was a good movie. The
original.
Now he says, yes, it's true. Drawing blood, turning down metal in a machine shop probably kept me tip top all these years too. And then he goes on to say, tats and dope is all just part of the journey. You got to live them and learn nobody is perfect. Good. Well said.
Well said.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
I agree with that 100%.
Yeah. I've done my share of dope too, but
I've never done dope
in that way.
But I have smoked pot, and I've done acid and mushrooms, but I stayed away, Reg. I really did. I didn't do coke, and I didn't do a lot of bullshit because I felt like that it would damage me. I didn't think that, you know. But listen, there I was.
I wanted the damage back then.
Well, no, hold on. Yeah, I was damaging myself in a lot of other ways. You know, we all do. That's what life is, I think.
Right.
Damage
control. Like, you can get just as many toxins breathing the fucking chemtrails.
Hey, I smoke fucking cigarettes, brother. You know damn well that I should have done cocaine if I was going to do that.
See. Oh, shit. That's right. I went back in my feed to see that ice one, so I got to catch back up to where I'm at.
I love
it. There's a couple more that are kind of worth looking at here. There's a funny one. Oh, there's one that's just kind of grossing me out. Even if it is fucking fake, it's really super gross. And so, I didn't even like looking at it. Okay, here we go. This guy is going to be saying something. Let's see what he says. And then the next one's a funny one. I didn't even know I kept it. Maybe because it made me chuckle, probably, right? And those are rare these days. So,
yeah, very rare.
Yeah. Here's this Dr. Joe Dispenza is going to say something. Let's hear it.
Stop thinking. There's a wonderful thing that happens in the brain when we become nobody, no one, no thing, nowhere, no time. That's the moment where we shut the mechanism down of thinking. And by focusing on
He's talking about entering the silence.
Nothing, on space, there's a recalibration of the nervous system back to more order, back to more wholeness, back to more oneness. And the closer you get to singularity, to source, to oneness, to wholeness, to absolute, whatever you want to call that, and you're creating from the field instead of from matter, every thought in the quantum produces a frequency. So the thought of your wealth in the quantum should produce the frequency or the feeling of abundance. And if you can experience the feeling of that ahead of the actual event, you're beginning to change information in the field. Keep doing that. Thought objectifies and conditions reality. So you create a thought form, and in time, all of a sudden, you start having these synchronicities and these outcomes in your life. When you stop.
Okay.
All right.
Reg, did you see what he said there? He said that you have to be nothing, no one, right? You have to
Right.
you simultaneously become everything when you do that. Yes, a singularity. Now, I have nothing and no one tattooed on me and have had for 25 years. So the troll that we have can fuck off.
Yeah, it's like, it's comic
I
relief
know what
to
it
me anymore.
means. I know what that man was talking about. He's just coming to those realizations. I've had them.
See, now I've had conversations with people about this before, and I can always tell when they're full of shit, right? I mean,
Right.
it's so immediate, right? They talk about, okay, entering the silence. That's where you can actually turn off the inner monologue, which is, dude, try it. You'll see how hard it is, right? Because you're
Yeah.
constantly thinking, I got to do this, I got to do that. Oh, my foot hurts, or, it's constantly the inner monologue. Silencing that for any period of time is very difficult, right?
Yes.
And like, you think it might be easy, but like I said, give it a try. And so there's usually certain techniques that you use to get towards that goal. And so whenever somebody tells me that, oh, I meditate all the time, I'm in the silence all the time, I always say, I always ask them what's their technique. And if they can't explain a technique, like this one guy, he just kept repeating direct inward, right? Direct inward. And I'm like, yeah, how do you direct inward? You just direct inward, right? Like it's just direct inward, right? Like it's just self-explanatory. And so I always hit him with the clincher after. And I said, okay, so when you entered the silence, what did you hear? And normally they'll go, nothing, you dumbass, it's the silence. And that's when you know they're fucking so full of shit, right? Because I've only been able to pull this trick off a couple of times because it's so hard. And the first thing you hear, of course, is your heartbeat. And it's so fucking loud, you wonder why you never heard it before. It's literally fucking, right? And so that's, right, that's what you hear. And of course, you can't hear it normally. But what I did for my trick was I simulated an isolation chamber. Since I didn't have one, I just went into a bathtub of warm water, right? And I turned off the lights and everything and got it just as quiet as I could in there, right? And then you start to focus, like I started to look at the little light things I was seeing on my eyelids, right? It's what Don Juan used to talk about, looking at the mind screen, he'd call it, and you look at the space between your eyes in front of you, right? And that's the mind screen where you imagine shit, right? And if you just watch that close enough, stuff will start to appear on it, right? And the other trick is that you act like you're okay, everybody's been hunting. Well, most everybody. When you're out hunting, of course, you're listening. You're tense. I mean, your senses are all attuned. You're listening. You're looking. You're in the moment, man. You're totally in it. You're not thinking about anything. You're listening for your whatever, right? Whatever you're hunting for, or whatever. And that's like the state that animals live in, right? Always in the moment. Uh, the past or the future doesn't matter. It's the moment,
The present.
right? And so if you start listening away and you start focusing on other things outside of you first, you can start to quell that inner monologue, and that's the toughest thing. And once it starts to start up again, you just look or listen to something else and blot it out, right? And that's kind of how you get to the stages until pretty soon you just, like, for me it was so weird, man. I was just looking at the little light dots that were appearing in my mindscape, right? And then pretty soon they started to kind of take shape. And I was just fascinated by it, right? And so I was just like, wow, they were kind of moving around and fluxing, kind of like in a breathing type motion. And I started to see that they had different colors to them and stuff like that, and they were moving around slow, some of them slowly, others faster, some in groups, some, and I started to realize, holy fuck, these are people that I'm seeing, right? These are the people on Earth, and I'm seeing part of it. And as soon as I realized what it was, man, I fucking, whoa, shit. And I came snapping out of the trance, right? But it was the weirdest shit ever. And I didn't know exactly how long that I pulled the trick off for, but it was like after that, I really did feel really good, right? You get this really, because you just downloaded from the universe, right? And so it was crazy. I haven't done it in a long time. Like I say, it's a hard trick to pull off.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, sensory deprivation chamber is the way to do it, apparently, where you're literally floating in fucking salt water, and your ears are plugged and your eyes are, covered up and everything. And they say there was a guy, some Vegas dude bet somebody that he could stay for like a month in a fucking sensory deprivation chamber, and the dude's like, no way, bet him like 50 grand or some shit. The dude fucking barely made it. Like, I think he made it like right around 7 or 8 days, and he fucking flew out of that motherfucking, fuck that shit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he said, no way, never going back in there again, right?
To be completely alone with yourself.
Yeah, well, what you'll do is you'll start to see, I mean, with your senses not seeing the regular thing it's doing, they're going to fucking go to the next level, and you're going to start seeing the fucking shit that's in the next fucking, the good and the bad, the light and the dark creatures, right? That populate the freaking infinite plane. And this is why I always believe that, like, okay, I think that the moment you die to the moment you come back into your consciousness, like you leave your body and then you're in your immortal being, that is going to be like, seem like just instantly you did it, but it's going to be a long time. I think that everybody is going to be in like a, not really a limbo like state, because that means that it's like, time is passing. No, the all moments at once, the infinite plane, once we all pass over to that, it's be like the very first person who died 10,000 years ago or whatever, 20,000, whatever, and to the last person who died, it's all going to be the exact same moment when we hit the other plane, right? We're all going to hit it at the same time. There's going to be nothing in between that. And so this is why I also believe that, even though I did this ghost shit, right, that those are just spirits of light and dark that are impostering these things, right? And those are the infinite creatures. They've never been physical ever. And so they live in the all moments at once time, which means, seems like it's a long time to us. It's all moments at once to them, right? And so that's my theory anyway. And I know I'm fucking batshit crazy.
Aren't we all?
Right? Because that's how people always say, what's part of the fucking mainstream, not really the mainstream, but the main narrative. Oh, do good, you're make your grandpa proud, he's watching from whatever, God's watching, or everybody's watching. First thing I started thinking, are they, when I was a little kid, I thought, are they watching me poop? They're watching that too. They watch me take a shit. And so I immediately start to go, well, that doesn't really make sense. I mean, if you're an immortal being, sit around and watch us fucking gnats for, right? Last thing I'd want to do. But
to spend my time watching.
Right.
Yeah.
It kind of led me to believe that, like I said, it's going to be, like I said, even though the first person who died and the last person who died is going to be 20,000 years apart, they're going to click over onto the infinite plane at the exact same time, right?
Right, because there is no time, right?
Right. There you go. That's kind of the thing, right? Yeah.
Yeah. When you stretch yourself as far as we have, you realize there's no time, but we still live it. But sometimes we can escape out of it. The only time I did, you gave your story. I have a time where I didn't feel it. I didn't. Okay. I was legally dead on the operating table for like a few minutes. And in that time, it was an inky blackness. It was just the most blackest shit ever, Reg. But I wasn't scared, and I was in it as a light being. Somehow my soul was in this inky blackness. And I said, but I could still go back. I could still go back to it. Somehow they were going to let me live. But they said, nobody said anything, but I felt like you can stay or you can go. Okay. It's up to you. It's up to you. And so I thought of the beauty and there was no sound. There was nothing. It was warm and perfect and beautiful in this blackness. And I felt like if I just drifted into the blackness, that it would be all right. But I said, but I thought to myself, but I have a wife and I have little babies, because this is a long time ago. And I said, I have babies now and I have to raise them. God, I can't just leave. I can't. And he said, and then I felt like, well, you can go back. But the funny part, what Reg is this. Whenever I went, I chose to come back. I chose to do it. I chose to come back here. But I heard as I entered the light, as I came back to the light, as it drew me in and I came back to my body, I could hear the roar of this world. It was really loud. It was really loud.
Absolutely. Sounds like you're in a jet engine.
It does. It sounds like a jet engine mixed with a fucking hurricane. Yes, sir.
I think it's the movement of your blood in your body.
Yeah, it must be. Yeah. It must be. You're right. I think you're right.
Art Stan's got a good one. I think New Age hipsters call it syncing, but the CIA called it gateway process. Yeah, I've actually looked into it and I've already tried a couple of them. And yeah, the binaural beats thing, it's very powerful. And yes, I think that it's absolutely something to it, for sure.
Yes.
Art says, and let me say, I hope that my granny ain't stuck to the ceiling watching me jerk off to Italian women's league volleyball. I know, right?
All I can say is,
oh, forgive me.
Is that all you did, Arch?
Right. I mean, think about the fucking people like the serial killer nutbags.
Imagine
that, right?
Yeah, right. Like he's worried, and we might be worried about some bitch we fucked or jerked off to, whatever, right? What about those people who carve people fucking up?
They're not worried at all, are they?
They don't give a fuck, man.
Remorse is very powerful, Jack. I never knew that you went through this. Right, out of body experience, basically, is what you're describing there.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, I've been through it a couple of times too, and I think my description of it was, okay, I know this is kind of weak, but I had this freedom type feeling, and if you remember, like, okay, the first time you ever went skinny dipping in the water,
right,
and you got that whole feel, the whole ocean around you, the freedom thing,
sure. Totally
kind of like that, it was kind of similar, but maybe 10 to the 26 more powerful, right? Which
I think you're right, because you're right.
And so it was that freedom feeling because you don't have the body. You're not wearing the mortal coil. I mean, it doesn't matter how good I feel. I got, this shoulder aches, or this foot hurts, or this wrist hurts, or whatever, right? It doesn't matter how good you feel. You still feel the aches and pains of the mortal coil. And once you're out of the body, you don't have that. And so a lot of people don't want to come back because why would you, right? And go back into your achy body. And so some people have the choice or others don't, I believe, right? And they say that some people, they'll literally go and get lost in their immortal being will leave and their body will be there. And just like it's just a shell, it'll be like they'll put it on like it's a coma or whatever, right? Coma, right? And the immortal being is gone. And so rare cases.
Very nice.
They say that will happen if you do too much acid too, right?
Yeah. No, have you ever heard of? Hey, Reg. On a side note, acid. Have you ever heard of the guy, the orange juice man? He was running from the cops, and he was running from the cops because he just came from his dealer's house and he picked up a bunch of drugs. He had like 500 hits of acid in his pocket, and instead of foil, they wrapped it. They didn't have any foil, so they wrapped it in paper towels. And and no, listen to this. And so the guy, they started chasing him, the cops, and he was running from the cops. And he's, you start sweating and all that shit.
Yeah.
And he took 500 hits of acid. Listen, when the cops tried to get him down, they couldn't take him down because he said, if you tip me over, I'll spill because I'm a glass of orange juice. He thinks he's a glass of orange juice, and to this day, They have him in an apparatus that keeps him straight. Hey, 20 cops couldn't take this fucking guy down, man, because he wouldn't be tipped over. And so they couldn't take him down, so they just had to keep him standing up, and they kept him standing up for like 30 years.
Holy shit, I've never heard that one.
Yeah, look it up. The Orange Juice Man.
Fuck, oh dear, we're gonna have to look that up for sure.
Yeah, and I've taken like 100 hits of acid, so I must be close to the Orange Juice Man.
No, they say, oh, once you take that over fucking level dose, that you'll never come down, right? And so, yeah. That's why I've always been careful with any kind of hallucinogenic. I always take a little bit to start with, you know, and then, you know, work my way up and never go for that heroic bullshit they call it. Fuck that.
Yeah, it's not like that. I don't do that either. But over the last 30 or 30 years or so.
Right. Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
I mean,
you know,
over the course of my lifetime, sure. But I mean, that dude, he starts sweating and he absorbed that fucking 500.
Yeah, man. Can you imagine? Holy fucking shit, bro. Holy shit. Oh my God. Look, you can't imagine. If you've never done acid, guys, 1 or 2 hits will be just right. I mean, way more than you need. It'll be a rush you never felt. And not even that, though. It'll show you so much. But 500 hits, I don't know how he lived. But
that's a trip.
But he must have. I don't know, man. He must. Wow.
Yeah, there's no way you're gonna ever tip him over.
No, you cannot tip this man over.
All right, Stanton. When I was dying, I just remember being so tired of being alive and never had noticed it before, that just really believed to be leaving this burden. Right.
Yes, it is a burden, but I think we grow from this burden. Maybe our light gets stronger. I don't know what it is, guys. I've been trying to figure it out my whole life.
Yeah, it's some things work for people and others don't, right? Everybody's different a little bit. We're all a little bit different. That's why when they do like research on one handful of people and try to say, oh, this is how it does for everybody, that's so fucking bullshit, right? They have no idea. Everything affects everybody slightly differently, and some people greatly differently, you know. And that's what it is. And so Arch has heard about the orange juice, dude. So dose literally hundreds of hits of acid and mescaline and shrooms.
Wow.
Wow, that's a lot. But yeah, I have not heard of them, and I'll have to look that up. Okay, here's a funny one. Let's do this funny one. I'm gonna run to the bathroom here real quick while we're watching this funny little bit. It's hilarious. I mean, at first I was like bullshit, but then I wasn't like near the computer. I couldn't turn it off. And then as it kept going, I was like, wait a second, this is actually pretty fucking funny. And so bear with it here. Here we go.
Oh.
Nobody gets too much heaven over. It's much better to come back from where you Nobody gets too much love anymore. It's as high as a mountain and harder to climb. Got a lot of love in store, and it flows to you, and it flows to me, and I love you so much more than I love. Everything we love is such a beautiful thing. Oh my goodness. Oh, you make my life a summer day. Oh, you just leave.
All right. That's enough.
That was good.
It's pretty hilarious. Yeah, they're good. They are. They're hilarious. I mean, the one all dressed up with the bald head and shit. I'm so fucking cracking up, man. Oh my God. I wonder what the Bee Gees thought when they saw that shit, right?
Oh man.
It's hilarious.
That's great.
Rastus in the house. Welcome.
Oh, what's up? Cheers, brother.
Yeah, let's keep rolling through, and then we're gonna look up the orange juice, dude.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, no shit. It's gonna be funny. Let me see what I got next before I just pop right into it. Oh fuck. It's okay. Now, this is one of the guys I follow that where we get a lot of these posts from. Is Good Lion TV.
Right.
And I'm fucking pretty sure that it's gonna get a strike because he uses copyrighted music in it very well, mind you, but also some of the things in it. And so I would love to fucking share it. Maybe we'll share a little bit of it and try to see what's up.
Right.
But it's just the intro to this film he's making. And some of the content in there are probably strikeable too, right? We'll just watch a little bit of it. But I mean, the way he put it together, this guy is a great editor and shit too, man. It's very impressive. His production is really good, and I'm impressed by it. And so we'll watch just a little bit of it because it's all fucking copyrighted music. But here we go.
Good people turn their heads each day, so satisfied I'm on my way.
Can I mute it for a second so we can freaking?
I think you can play up to 5 seconds of music.
And so we're gonna just cut off and on it here as we go. And so we're getting to his logos, and then it's gonna start talking about, you know, take a white or black spot here, and it's actually a well put together little bit.
She hasn't got time to make you wine.
Yeah, he'll be hitting these things as each drum beat comes up and putting a new credit up at the exact time, which is very effective. And then playing the credits through the footage in the background, also really cool. And this is it gets better further on. It's going to start showing all the, you know, shit that we're all into. And so I think this is going to be a good film. It's going to be free to watch when he gets it done. And this is just like the first 8 minutes. A lot of people commented on it and stuff like that. I guess he put this out on his birthday. This is from Good Lion TV. I think he's probably Nick Alvier, right?
Yeah.
But
seen that name a couple of times.
Yeah, he's gonna be showing things like coming up election, all that crap and stuff like that. And so
Time is time and time with your time, and this news is captured for the queen to use.
the greatest show on earth. That's it's just like we always talk about, you know, how it's all a hoax and a psyop. And basically that's what he's getting to. And so anyway, we can move on from here. Good Lion TV on Instagram. If you want to look them up, this, like I said, we get a lot of posts I show are from this guy, right? And so, yeah, very, very good. Does a lot of digging, got a lot of things going on. And then, okay, here's a good one. Here's a good one. Here's a good one. Something I didn't know either. And now I want to see if you knew about this too. Okay, so here we go. This is from Brandon Kroll, Krollology 101. And here we go. JFK, Woody Harrelson. What they got to do with each other? Here we go. Lee Harvey Oswald.
Oh yeah.
Right. Okay.
His father was on. Yeah. Okay.
And then going to here it is.
His father was one of the bums.
Harrelson. He was a hitman. Yeah. And he was convicted of assassinating a federal judge. And then he said, "This is Woody's dad, right?" And so he said that he had a 6-hour standoff where he was high on cocaine. During the standoff, he threatened suicide, stating that he had killed both Judge Wood and John F. Kennedy. And they're saying that he was the second shooter. He was on the grassy knoll, right?
And people wonder why Woody Harrelson is the way he is.
He's a Masonic right here. And so I thought it was interesting. And yeah, you know, here we go. But here we go. Anyway, next one. Oh yeah, here's the yeah. Remember Buffett talking about how you could end the debt in 5 minutes? The US debt in 5 minutes. You heard that one? Oh shit, we lost Jack. Okay. But yeah, battery must have died out. Very possible. But yeah, here's here's a bit. Let's check it out. This is who is this guy? Patrick Bet David. And this is the guy who had what was it? One of those guys foaming at the mouth. Okay, Jack's just saying his Wi-Fi crashed. He's gonna reset and if you can make it back on here. So okay. Here we go. Let's listen to this dude. He's kind of interesting.
Can fix the national debt problem in 5 seconds by doing what? Let's hear what he says himself. This is Warren Buffett, $100 billion guy. Here's what he says. Go for it.
These problems are problems that have built up over decades, and there hasn't been a Congress that's been mature enough or a president that's been mature enough to take this head on.
I can end the deficit in 5 minutes. You just pass a law that says that anytime there's a deficit of more than 3% of GDP, all sitting members of Congress are ineligible for re-election.
That's accountability. The curse word in America the last 30 years has been accountability. If we can bring accountability in hospitals, in Congress, in Medicare, Medicaid, in real estate, in education, a lot of things are going to change.
That's where he goes into the pie in the sky part, right? As if that's ever going to happen. And like that would solve it in 5 minutes, Warren Buffett, you fucking retard. Now, the way to solve it is because it's all fake. And it's just to go totally erase the system, which they're going to do it on their own pretty soon. But debt-based system, if you pay off the debt, it crashes, right? And so that's why they continually keep it going. It's just a gigantic fucking black hole of fraud, and Warren Buffett could never fucking solve it. Even, I mean, just that little lip service you get right there, obviously, fucking no way that's ever going to happen and never going to have accountability. What do you think about that, Shadow? Shadow. All right, we're gonna move on here. I'm gonna see what I got next. Shit, this is one of those girl ones here. All right, let's see what she's got to say. I think it's something demonic. Here we go.
Our brains since we're born.
Okay, this is Nickelodeon. And break it down, and it means I don't care about God, supposedly. And so now they're sitting there. This
Start our brains since we're born.
Well, since you're born and watching TV, if you weren't watching TV then. But yeah, it supposedly means I don't care about God. Nickelodeon, right? Okay, I believe it. Okay, man explains how we become what we think. Oh, it's another one of these old boys laying it out. All right, let's see what it is.
Let their body relax, totally relax. Okay. And then start to visualize in their mind, see themselves the way they want to see themselves, how you'd like to live your life, see yourself living it that way. Okay. Now understand that that's a picture in your mind. Take that picture and describe it, write it out in the present tense. I am so happy now that I see myself, and write it out. Start to read it and read it and read it and read it every day. Carry it around and keep reading it. The one point that all the great teachers all down through history have all agreed on, they've been in complete unanimous agreement on it, we become what we think about. Now it may be fantasy at first, it might even appear to us as being a lie. But if you read it often enough, you'll start to believe it. A person would sit down.
Yeah. Pretty good stuff there. And yeah, probably would work. And so, might have to try it. Loken's acting. What is Good Lion's film called? The Greatest Show on Earth is what I think he named it. Yeah. And so Good Lion TV on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. You should be able to click on and you'll see. I comment on there sometimes. I commented a few times. He's taking it good most of the time, because most times the comments are good, but every once in a while he puts up some shit that's just totally fake, like that Bigfoot one, and I had to call it out. And he was like, "Hey man, there's a lot of people believe in this." I'm like, "Hey, I'm not calling out people's beliefs. I'm just saying that video itself was pretty fake." And then I told him about the Kushtika and shit like that. And then, you know, I go, "If you want a real cryptid, our Alaskan Kushtika is the one, right?" It kind of chilled him out. But and here's trying always, huh? Hey Jack, let's fight. What's your address again? Yeah, you better hope you don't find his address. And then here he is, you know, oh, there he is, he's scared, he disappeared. God, hilarious. You're still here? Fuck. What are you still doing here? Okay. Roll through this here real quick. Yeah, his name was the best this time. Erection Killer. Hilarious. Let's just see what comes up next. Oh, freaky one. Now this is probably fake as shit. I mean, this looks like a little rubber thing, but still, just the concept of it is kind of what creeps me out. And they're saying that they're like, this is a multiple mixed up genetic experiment of 2 or 3 different species, right? And yeah, you know, it looks phony as fuck, but the very concept of it, that they're actually trying to do shit like this, is what creeps me out more than anything, right? Oh, I don't think this thing, you know, could be a little puppet for all we know, right? And it looks pretty lame. They're a little scary music. But yeah, what do you guys think? How fakey is this fucking thing? But the concept of them trying to make shit like this, that's the creepy part, right? Ew. Ew. So moving on. Okay. This is one of those Hawaii ones who talk about all the body bags and how many people they offed. Oh shit. We might not get into that. I think they're trying to crap down. Well, fuck. All the next ones are all about Hawaii. All right, let's do it.
Over 1,000 body bags in massive containers and refrigerated trucks on the other side of the island right now. The government's trying to blame them. They didn't sound a siren. There was no helicopters that came.
Right. And so, yeah, they had the bags already. What the guy says at the end is the one, right? Is the thing that's on here. And let's try to grab it here when he pops
Killed innocent men, women, and children by not helping, by not sounding alarms. People were asleep in their homes with their babies and their children.
Do you want to expand upon that?
So what I've heard is that they pulled the water out of the pipes to fight the fires, and then they put the water back in the pipes or from some other source, and now it's toxic.
Okay, I've talked about the water in Hawaii before, and it is toxic. It's because of the cesspools over there, each island, from its farming, its agricultural past, right? They have, like, each island has in excess of 10,000 cesspools per island, and these things are just, you know what a cesspool is, and so they're from like decades and decades and decades of shit. And lava rock is porous, and so it seeps into the groundwater, because each one of the islands, they considered it like a jewel because it held fresh water, right? In the middle of the Pacific, middle of salt water, you got these islands with fresh water on them. And then they figured out the contamination was happening from the cesspools because the coral reefs started to be affected, right? Because by then it eventually seeped out. And so they noticed that it was sewage, and that sewage is in their groundwater too. And so sadly, bring a filter if you go in there. So Grace 4, what's up? How you doing? Good to see you. Doing good as can be. Still fighting the battle up here. With all the legalese bullshit. But I still think I'm going to be just fine. Did talk to an attorney, but he told me he doesn't litigate anymore, finally. Like, I think he said that early on. I just missed it, but then he brought it up again, and I was like, oh, God. But let's move it on to the next one. Let's get these done here super quickly. And coming up on 2 hours. Okay, this one.
Good morning, TikTok. We've been hearing all this stuff about the energy weapons and the blue roofs, first one thing another on TikTok. And I thought y'all's a bunch of stupid ass bitches out there. But here I am at a government facility. I've been fishing here for 35, 40 years. And looky here. All of a sudden, they're putting blue roofs on their buildings out here. And this controls water, flooding, the electrical grid. And as you can see, right here's their trailer. And here's the stuff where it's under construction.
There you go, Oklahoma. Blue roofs. Okie dokie. Yeah, it's the one color that doesn't burn, supposedly. But be prepared, Oklahoma. Okay.
Hey, what's up, Nick? I've been trying to reach you. Been reaching out to you on X. You're supposed to be meeting with people here. What victims have you got?
Okay. Okay, this is apparently supposedly this reporter's reporting in Hawaii, and some dude's coming up behind him that he doesn't know. He's saying, hey, dude, hey, what's going on? They're trying to intimidate journalists. Huh? There you go. Okay, here's good lie TV. This guy, Trump's inmate number equals an IP address for the DOD. Here we go. Oh shit. Oh my God. All right. Whatever. Like you said, sometimes.
My name is John.
Okay, this one, I thought it was going to mean something, but I don't know. It's some guy talking about the comet collision into the sun coming up on September 5th through astrology and shit. But it keeps going into the whole, let's just listen to him.
Michael, and I have some very important news that I wanted to share with all of the star seeds and light workers. This year, on August 30th, we have a second full moon, which is a super blue full moon in Pisces on August 30th. This full moon is going to deliver the northern fish, or the twin flame fish of Pisces, back to us, which was encapsulated within Mars. When we have this unity within us of balanced divine masculine and divine feminine, which equivalates to the northern fire twin flame fish of Pisces and the southern fish of Pisces, things are going to flip back to how they are supposed to be. And if you look at the symbol of Pisces and you turn it 90 degrees so that it is out of phase with our current reality and in phase with the true reality outside of us, you get something that looks like this. This symbol is the symbol for a planetary body called Eris. Eris is the sister of Mars and the deity of strife and discord. They made her out to be the villain. But the truth of the matter is that she threw a golden apple of discord into a wedding to break up a wedding, not because she was jealous, but because the wedding was a forced wedding between Zeus and Juno. Juno is who was released from Zeus's captivity on June 18th and June 19th when the Schumann resonance went ballistic. If you want to learn more about what happened on June 18th and 19th as it pertains to Zeus and Juno, you can look at any of the TikToks that I have posted on my page. So what's the big deal with Eris? Eris is the warrior deity, divine feminine component who comes in and starts to shake things up. Eris is a part of a group of planetary bodies that are called sednoids. These sednoids include planetary bodies called Sedna, Haumea, Makemake, and Eris.
Oh my God. I mean, blah, blah, blah. Is there something hidden in here? This is what I keep thinking. Is there something hidden in all this fucking hippie bullshit that he's saying, right? And so does anybody get anything out of this? Anyway, fuck, we've gone this far with him. See what the fucking the clues usually at the end of all the blah blah blah, right? So fuck, here we go.
And just like Eris is a 90-degree shift in her symbol compared to Pisces, which rules the planet Neptune, what we've never been told is that these group of sednoids revolve around Uranus and Saturn and Neptune.
Okay, at least I got a laugh there. It's around Uranus. You know, I mean, planetary bodies are real in the sky, even though the representation of them is fake, supposedly, right? But I mean, say there's something to do with them, and is the clue hidden at the end here? Come on, buddy, spit it out.
And Pluto. Okay, great, John Michael. So what's the point, man? The point is, after we receive our twin flame fish, the northern fish of Pisces, on August 30th, from the full moon in Pisces, then on September 5th, 7 of the planets in our solar system go into retrograde. They're going to be moving backwards in the opposite direction. Sounds like a hot opportunity to flip things back and reverse it to how things used to be. Energy will continue to build and align within us via solar flares and energies from the sun. Events that happen in the skies, planetary bodies and the stars, are significant on the fall equinox because it dictates and sets into motion what the next 6 months of time will look like based on those events.
Oh, fuck, man. I didn't know it was going to be that fucking long. Yeah, holy fucking, what did he say? Nothing. We got a chance to flip this around. Fuck, dude. How many motherfuckers have been saying that forever, right? We could turn this fucking crashing train around. Oh, sorry, I wasted time on that one. And look at the fucking caption over here. Millionaires don't use astrology. Billionaires do. That's Warren Buffett. Yeah, okay. But, I mean, fuck, oh dear, he's with the fucking super blue moon. I mean, how many fucking super goddamn moons are we going to have this year? In the last few years? I mean, fuck, every moon's a super fucking moon now. Oh, God, give me a break, right? Anyway, here we go. Let's go to the next one. Oh, it's the last one. Is it? This might be the last fucking one. Woo. All right, let's check it out. Right. Sorry about that. Okay, some kind of climate, it's fucking.
Did anyone get that? Yeah.
Things out there. I guess they just went over there too.
Get out now! Get out! On the ground! All of you on the ground now! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Don't move!
Did anyone get that?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what happened. The guy, the cop came in, or the ranger or whatever, mowed him over, and now he's starting to bust him. Huh? There you go. That's what you get for blocking the road, man. Right? Shadow, you still there? You go to sleep? You passed out now? Hillary's hand jobbing you, and you just can't come back to the frickin' mic? I mean, God. Ew, could you imagine that? Hillary hand jobbing you? Ooh, you never would. Never would. So, what's up, Neverwood? Come on, man. Come on back now. Come back now. You hear? I hear some music. It sounds like cartoons. Are you watching Tom and Jerry? I bet you are. I know you are. Well, let's see. Since we're pretty much through the Instagram page, what we're going to... Oh, yeah, the orange juice, man. Let me figure out what's going to be. Orange juice, man, LSD, police. Google that and see what the fuck we got. Did man use LSD? A glass of orange juice. Okay. Snope says no. Legend. Oh, yeah, urban legend. Investigating the urban legend. Okay. I see. Oh, Reddit's got a bunch on it, of course. Let's see if we can find a good one. Fucking this light's starting to piss me off. Fucking piece of fucking shit. I usually put it on steady. Oh wait, there's sound. It's on sound. There. That won't be bad. Ken Kesey's LSD fueled. No, that's not it. Okay, we're gonna have to go to Reddit. Man, somebody's got to fucking make a YouTube video about this, right? Let's do that instead. You know it. Give me a fuck 4 or 5 of these goddamn YouTube videos. Sure as shit. that was 1,000 hits. Oh fuck. All right. Let's go to the 1,000 hit guy then. And I'll get it popped up here, and we'll take a peek at it. Probably get 2 or 3 strikes on it. Oh, fuck, I got to sign in. God damn it. Can't do that on this side. Bummer. Because it's age restricted. All right. Let's try a different one. I know this is probably really exciting. Can't see what I'm searching for. No. Fuck, is that the only one? TikTok. What if I can get TikTok? I can't get YouTube, but I can get TikTok? Motherfucker. No. Of course not. Fuck. All right. So Reddit. But I was hoping for a video. What do they call him? Ken Kesey. Okay, here we go. No, that's not it. All right, we're going to have to go Reddit then. And I'll pull it up so you guys can see it. Reddit. Mature content. Yes, I'm over 18. Okay, here we go. Oh, shit, it is video. Sweet. 30 hits of LSD guy. But that's not the guy. Shit. Oh, well. Let's try this one.
So I've been asked to remake this video.
This is a 30 hit guy. We want to see the 1,000 hit guy, the orange juice. Oh, fuck. We're out. We're out. Once they start doing that, we be out. All right, guess couldn't find it. Oh shit, Borata, what's up? Hanging with Hillary tonight. No ice cream. She gave me LSD and said the rent was due. I know, right? Oh my god, let's check out with some comments. Let me scroll back here. See what the hell. Okay, most people talking amongst each other. And I hear some music. Is that you, Shadow? Still watching those fucking cartoons? Are you gonna talk? Come on. I hear you. I hear you breathing. Man, did they hit? Did your DSW fucking spike your fucking Kool-Aid with some goddamn freaking downers? It must be, man. Holy shit. Grace for Uranus. Uranus. I believe is the proper pronunciation since last time I checked. Oh, I know, right? That's why I laughed. I mean, there's the only laugh we got out of that fucking hippie mumbo jumbo, right? Grace for sorry for liking this last video. I couldn't help it. Protesting over the usage of plastic. Wasn't that on native land? Oh, where they were doing the mowing over the idiots. Not sure. That did look like some kind of Arizona area or shit like that. So chances are, yeah, could have been. Orange juice man, hanging down by the swamp. Loken, if you use Duck or Yandex, get better results. Well, I just can't sign into YouTube on the in order to get StreamYard pages to share here, they got to be the Google ones, right? And I can never get Safari to come up on here. And so it's always something, you know. Maybe wrong. What's that we're hearing in the background? I gotta run out. Okay, good to see you, Arch. Yeah, we're probably just gonna go a bit longer, especially since Shadow ain't saying shit. And I'm running out myself. The update with me is it's been fucking year and a half. We haven't even made the first step yet. And today's August 30th. Oh, the moon is in retrograde and the super moon, blue moon. Everybody's gonna fucking drink a couple blue moon. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not really feeling it. I'm just trying to scrounge by. So far, so good before I have to break down and get a job I hate for the winter. You know, man, I'm gonna save some jobs. But cheers. No, I'm working on a drum order right now. As a matter of fact, after I get done with this, I'm gonna go glue some hoops together and start getting it ready. And then talked to my stepmother the other day, and she said there's a couple of places that they're gonna go selling at, which is one of them's like a BIA thing, and the other one's AFN, which I totally forgot about because I haven't been to in so long. And I'm like, fuck, slap some shit together and go to those. And so that's what I'm gonna be doing. But I did see that this restaurant I wanted to work at had a opening. But I mean, if you don't jump right on that within the nanosecond, they fucking poof, gone, right? And so, but I'm pretty sure that when it comes towards like the end of the summer, usually, you know, summer people leave, and so there'll certainly be some shit open. But if I can keep hustling enough, I think I could be all right too. But once again, everybody keeps saying I got to hire an attorney, all this shit, right? The one dude that I was just talking to kind of doesn't litigate anymore, but it's so fucked up because I can totally dismantle the whole opposition easily. And I should have been a fucking attorney, but I don't know. I haven't really quite figured it out yet. I know it's just going to cost more money to defend myself because now I got to defend my reputation too now, right? But anybody with half a brain can look at this shit and go, oh, gee, all the people from out of town badmouth the one guy that's here? Yeah, okay, I've never seen this before. You know, I'm sure it happens every fucking time. And as a matter of fact, it happens more times than not. And so I still have an ironclad fucking case. But the bad part is, the longer this drags on, the more the fucking state's going to want a chunk too, right? And that's the whole thing that these chimps don't understand. They fucked this up enough. We might all lose it. And how smart is that, right? Oh, but I wanted 50 cents. Anyway, very frustrating for me. And all I have to look forward to is another fucking long, cold winter, fucking flying solo here. And so, not very fucking appealing whatsoever. And that's why I'm like in this weird up-down type mood, right? Sometimes I'm feeling good, and other times I'm just like, what the fuck? And it's getting to where it's like, even within one day's time, I'll fucking go up and down a few times, right? It used to be like throughout the week, right? So anyway, I'm trying to just stay busy, and then when I'm sick of working on the bullshit that I'm working on, I start fucking around with videos and stuff like that. There's a few things that are keeping me going. It's because I like to screw. I like to screw around with the video, right? I like to edit it. I like shit. I'm editing my movie again. And every time I watch it, I'll see something different. You know, it'll be like, oh fuck, I gotta go on that. But this latest one is actually my favorite, as usual. I finally added in some voiceover as why, and I knew that's what it needed all along. I thought of that even years ago when I first made this fucking thing. It needed a voiceover, and I just didn't have time to do it because I put the fucker on the back burner and just completely forgot about it. And so here I am finally getting back to it. And I wrote into the story. Stand up was in the story, the original story. And I just wrote it out, or just cut it out in order to get the thing done in the short time frame that we wanted to have it done. And so it suffered multiple ways because of that. I hear like a little music box going in the background, but my little theme music now. But I finally did add some stand up to it, and now it's actually kind of funny, and it's making a little more sense. And with the voiceover, especially because, okay, now, come on now, turn the music box off. But with the voiceover, it's starting to get, I mean, you can understand it a little bit better. And I make it very satirical and whatnot, but actually can get what's going on. And I'll be able to explain the added on footage of the real investigations that Cynthia and I actually did, that I put in there and stuff like that. It's actually starting to come together pretty good. And so I'm getting caught up in it again, and which kind of sucks too, because I'm fucking such a stupid perfectionist. Pisses me off sometimes. I mean, I literally will over edit some shit and literally just fucking have to cut it and go back to the raw footage. I've done that fuck how many times now. And so it's like, I really got to lose that whole perfectionist bullshit thing. And main reason is why I've always felt disappointed in what I did with that thing. Everybody, you know, worked on that for me for free, right? And I felt like I let everybody, including myself, down by not making it what it could have been. And so, and on top of that, I'm sitting here reading through all my mom's fucking handwritten journals, man. Stacks and stacks of these things, right? And most of them have scripture, handwritten scriptures in them. But I'm looking for those little log notes in between. And I still think there's going to be something in there that's going to lead me into the right place. And so I'm not giving up. And I actually found, oh my God, if you saw that last Jack stream that I made in the middle of the night, but watch the replay, I found a little scrap of paper in my mom's Bible that thought was a clue, right? A clue. Had a phone number in it. And I was kind of nervous to call it. And my cousin, she's like, I'll do it. Calls it right up. And because I was sitting there trying to wonder what to say. And then it just comes on. Doo-doo-doo. That phone number is no longer in service. I'm like, fuck. I could have done that yesterday. But it wasn't a clue. And so, but I still haven't given up hope. I still think there's gotta be something about more official. And I went in to find that real estate place, no longer existed either. So options running scarce. But there's some fucking like floppy disks and shit like that. And it makes me wonder about those. And I don't have a floppy drive and shit. It's frustrating. But, and I also start to think about maybe, because my mom used to videotape a lot too, right? Did she make a tape? I don't know. So, and she did audio too. And I figure like I got to listen to all these goddamn tapes and see if maybe one of them says something important. But that's how it's going for me. Up, down again. Now I got to prepare for winter. I get out here and cut down a few of these trees, get some firewood stacked. I can't wait to put my fucking snow tires on because my summer tires are wearing out. And still got a fucking oil leak to fix and blah, 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 man. Ugh. Every time I start getting onto something, boom, something else comes in. I'm grateful for these orders too, right? And they've been hitting right at the right timing, but also the exact timing for me to have to stop doing the project I'm working on and bust out the order. And so that's how it's been going. As soon as I start getting on something, boom, freaking get an email or a text and it's like, woohoo, order. And then I'm like, oh, fuck, I have to go run around and start picking up the material I need for it, which takes a few different runs to different spots. And then I can start busting it out. And by the time I get it done and delivered and then start working on my projects again, boom, another one comes in. And that's exactly how it's been going. And then now, after I finish this order, I got to bust out a bunch of crap for this next sale. And so, it's going to be tough to try to get these other side jobs done at the same time. But that's where I'm at. And also, I got to continue thinking about this first hearing. And I'm putting my little rebuttal together, man. It's gold. And I'm so looking forward to it. Where I get up there and tear these lies apart. And it'll be fun. And I would say, man, strap me up to a lie detector. I'll tell you the damn truth. But it'll be hilarious. Anyway, we'll grab a few comments and then we'll wind this down. I'm getting hungry. I got to get something to munch and get back to it. Shit, it's starting to get dark earlier now. So it's like fucking the impending doom of winter. It's just winter, man. We didn't even have a summer. Oh, so freaking frustrating. And it's been so cold, raining still out there. Okay, so everybody's talking amongst each other. Bull Rider at Swamp or Grace. Reg God has a plan for you no matter what. Yep, I know that. I was just wishing it was a little funner plan. Just trusting that follows lead. Yeah, I've been basically doing that. I haven't given up. Still keeping my freaking nose to the grindstone. Still searching. Still taking care of business, the house, the property, all that. And yeah, not giving up yet. So Bull Rider says, Reg, try to give back to something good as we spiral towards disaster. Yeah, no doubt. I know I keep trying to do that. And kind of what I'm doing, as I'm going through the stuff, man, I'm finding all my mom's old poetry and stuff like that. And so immediately it's all written on random shit. And so one of my winter projects is going to be to type it out and put it all into, computer, run it through a program and get it out, or at least get a record of it. And then I got to try to get one of those converters. You can get them, like, they're only a couple $100 now. You freaking literally, you take your 8mm home movie from the 50s and you just hook it up to it like it's a projector, but it literally projects it inside to the thing and then captures it into a thumb drive. And so, yeah, I mean, only a couple $100 now. So if I can get one of those, I can take and do that with all these fucking reels of film, because they're a pain in the ass too. And get that digitized, and I won't be tripping about the films and losing them anymore. One more gray side alcohol poisoning things. Oh yeah, too much brown bottle. Take care of yourself for sure. We all got to do that. I know I should do more too. I'm back on the supplements every once in a while, weaning myself back on them, and then I'm starting to try to do this. Get back in skin brushing and all that. I just did the foot pads again. That really helped. Pulled out some toxins out of my feet, and yeah. Sleep walking through it. One more. Can you give me a link to your shirts, Reg? Thanks. Not really a link. We're just gonna have to work it out via text or email or whatever. I do have a few on Facebook, Fagbook, but it's not really like a website or anything. I know I still need to do that. As a matter of fact, that's winter project, one of them coming up. But yeah, we can work it out. Let's see, since you have a way to pay now, good. Yeah, for sure. I'll be in touch. I got to do another order too. It's of the Bigfoot too, so I'll be breaking that stencil out and get it together, make it happen. Grace, we're all human. We need extra help sometimes. I know, right? It's this freaking mortal coil, this weak little fleshy. Just kidding. And no, actually, I need to just probably go jump back in the creek. Haven't been in there for a while. It was really warm lately and really not a cold exposure. But just being down there is fun. And there might be some cohos in. I'm going to try to do that too sometime if the sun will ever come out. That's kind of what I've been waiting for. But for sure. Anyway, everybody, big love for coming. Big love for hanging out. And just for being there. I need you guys to talk to, man. I don't really have many people to talk to. Well, this last week was different. I got to go in and see my cousins and talk with them for a while. And so that was awesome. Got to visit them and I even talked to my stepmother and stuff like that. So this was a good one. But I still need you guys. And I'm usually busy on Saturdays at this little phony market. So still not probably being able to do that. But Wednesdays are still looking good. And so I'll always be coming back here. Also still notice that there's some decent sales going on some supplements and whatnot. I have to get myself a new filter, but for sure got to stock up because they're saying that the new lockdowns are coming, and so be ready for that. Get your stock going on, keep your spirits up, keep giving people a hug. I need one so bad. I haven't had one. I mean, yesterday I got a couple of them, but I mean, you're supposed to get like 8 hugs a day to maintain health, right? And in that case, I'm like 1 billion behind. But anyway, what's up, Shadow? What's your prediction? Give us some prediction of what's coming on, or tell us about a movie, or say something. Damn it, boy. No, nothing. You're not even going to give us a Biden? Come on, we're winding down. I'm starving. I got to go get something to eat. My stomach's growling. What?
Good talking to you.
Oh, yeah, good talking to you, too. You mean it was good listening to me? Come on, man. You're starting to worry me, man. I'm serious. What does your DSW slip you? Serious, man. You're just like in a coma over there, man. I'm getting worried. Come on, sing back. Tell me what my hair looks like. No? Come on, buddy. Wake up. Damn. I've never heard you so comatose. Gonna have to send you some shrooms. Oh, I heard a little chuckle. Maybe you are still breathing. No, it's like the subline I put on this, where it says Brostream. When all problems stop, rejoice. We'll be in the afterlife. And then the next line in the explanation, it was like saying, when all my troubles go away, I'm going to immediately check to see if I'm still breathing. Because if they do go away, I'm definitely fucking dead. Oh, I know. It's a sad attempt at humor.
Exactly.
Way sad. Yeah. No, I haven't been writing any jokes lately. I tried to, man. They were pretty fucking lame. And so hasn't been working. But I can do the freaking drama douchebag fear freak. I've been writing a couple of those scripts. Yeah, they're kind of funny actually. But yeah, that guy kind of cracks me up too. And I guess if it's the only thing that I can do, fuck it. Tried to mess around with the puppets the other day too, man. That is even a struggle, but I at least was able to pull Amir out. But I was screwing around trying to do Ray Tardo, and it's been so long. It's going to take a while to get back into that. I can see it. And I shouldn't have let him go so long. But it's almost like starting over again. It seems like it's so weird. And I watched some of the old stuff too, and it's like, this always happens. After about so long after I've made something, I look back at it and go, what the fuck was I thinking, right? So it's ridiculous. But who knows? I'll come up with something. Anyway, in case you guys didn't notice, I decided to wear a shirt that I haven't worn in a long time. This is a first class smoking kimono, Japanese Airlines from the 70s. Yeah, it's actually worth $50 on eBay. But yeah, this thing was I've had this thing for a long time. My mom got this, I guess, ages ago, and I just kind of commandeered it. Years ago, I was looking at it, I was going, hey, what's that? And she goes, oh, this thing I got on the flight. And I'm like, I tried it on. I'm like, damn, can I have this? And she's like, yeah. And I was like, dude, this is styling. And so this was a Joe Border garment. But yeah, first class smoking kimono, Japanese Airlines. Funniest part about it, see, it says JAL right here. One time I was wearing this, and this this blonde chick, I mean, the hot blonde chick, right? She comes up and she's like, hey, what's up, Jal? She started calling me Jal, right? And I'm like, what the fuck's with this chick? And I was like, oh yeah, I'm wearing the kimono. And she actually thinks I would put my name right on my lapel. But it was hilarious. Jal. My middle name is Jay, so I guess I'm one letter off. What? But anyway, big love. Thanks so much for joining. Thanks, Jack, for coming on. Thanks, Erection Killer, because you definitely killed everyone's erection by being so quiet over there. That must be it. You're having an erection right now, and so that's why you can't talk. You're too busy. Anyway, big love for everybody coming. Thanks so much. Definitely continues to help me because I do need to talk to people. It's getting kind of weird with the whole court thing. I have to stop thinking about it all the time. I have to shut myself up, right? I start acting like an attorney. All right, now you're playing some gay music. Come on now. Okay, that's definitely cartoon. Muty, Mikey. Yeah, that's definitely Tom and Jerry or some shit. But I'm starting to worry, man. They must have Shadow sedated. But big love to everybody. Thanks so much for joining. I'm going to be back here again Wednesday. Hopefully we'll see Jack on Saturday. Maybe we're going to see Eternal Extrapolations on, Jack on Sunday. John over there on Saturday. He's been putting out some pretty good videos lately. So has Slow Boy. Definitely some awesome stuff. I'm still screwing around with the movie and occasional karaoke bullshit, right? And so, I know, right? Hey, what's one of the only fun things I can do anymore is karaoke. I know, right? It's pretty sad. Thankfully, I got a pool table and ping pong table now, and so instead of just doing karaoke all the time, I can do that. And I've learned some pretty good serves in ping pong, but without anybody to play against, it's normally I'm just shooting balls on the pool table, and then not that often because it also gets boring. But when I get sick of working, I go step in the garage and have a little bit of fun. Takes my mind off shit. Actually, the first time I was shooting on that pool table in my garage, I actually thought, man, do I actually feel happy? What the fuck is going on, right? And so, because I've always liked pool. So, but everybody, thank you so much once again. We're going to see you again. One more Farm Girl, Loken, Bull Rider, Erastus, everybody who's been here. I look forward to seeing you guys again next week. And hey, something's supposed to happen by then. All these retrograde super moons and Pisces freaking Mars attacks and shit. Now they're claiming that the comet's supposed to hit the sun on the 5th of September, right? Some kind of green comet or some bullshit. I mean, I know I've just heard it. But anyway, maybe we'll see something on that. I couldn't see it if I wanted to here. The fucking clouds are too thick. So, oh, are you going to say something before we close? Been waiting. I've been milking it out for you to come up with something witty. Now let's hear it. That's not witty. That's shitty. Man, I am starting to get a little bit worried, man. I think they do got you sedated. I'm serious. Serious. Something's going on here. Don't you think so, everybody? Wow. Jack Lincoln Possible Reg. Oh man, scroll up to freaking he's Doc Holliday, bro. Do you remember? I can never get on through Google. Let me see what I can drop here real quick before I drop out here. Let me pop over to my Safari, my YouTube. We'll grab. Jack hasn't published anything in a grip though, so it's not gonna pop up. There's my stream going. Or hopefully it won't get fucking a bunch of feedback here. If I go to my subscriptions, we'll at least be able to get Slow Boy, and through Slow Boy should be able to pop to Jack's channel. Fuck, of course, it's gonna take a billion years. Oh my god. Yeah, I've subscribed to Street Beefs now. Street Beefs, man. That shit is hilarious. Those guys, all these guys trying to fight. It's fucking hilarious. You gotta watch it. Street Beefs, man. Some great shit. All right, enough of that. MU boy. Okay, we're gonna put up Slow Boy, and all things are trackable through that channel. Copy. Paste. Boom. I remember how to do it. So yeah, you'll have to go back on the chat one more and find Doc Holliday and pop on that. He hasn't been doing much though. And you'll see some of his bits on Slow Boys too. And so okay, that should do it. I'm so hungry. Me got to go now. Big love to everybody for joining. Thanks so much. Get out there, boost that immune system, have some fun, stock up on some food, get a steak. I'm gonna go to Wendy's for crying out loud. Would you just take a hit, Shadow? Yeah, right. Like you smoke weed. You ain't that cool. All right. Big love to everybody once again, and we'll catch you next time. Next Wednesday, gonna be fun. I'll be looking forward to seeing the Jack stream on Saturday or on Sunday. Look forward to that. And so give everybody a hug. Send me a hug through the Aether, if you could, please. And prayers for everybody. Hopefully we can make it through this unscathed. But fat chance, right? Big love to everybody. And I will see you next week. And I'll be hitting you up one more on that whole shirt thing. And we'll work it out. Not to worry. Okay, everybody. Cheers.